I'm Paul from Velo Works, and I've always dreamed of owning a Moulton. Moultons are quite expensive even in the second-hand market, so I've been very lucky that someone would let me have this bike for what I would say is a very reasonable price. So the bike, in my opinion, is ripe for a restoration. Paintwork's a bit shoddy, there's kind of rust in places, mostly surface rough, some a little bit deep around the bottom bracket. The rear hub is shot apparently, and I just tried to ride it and it doesn't ride well at all. So we'll need to think about a new gearing system. If we're going to go for the full respray, whether I do it myself or I get Argos Racing Cycles to do it, I haven't decided yet. My feeling is about doing it myself is the Moulton is likely to get chipped a lot, so then I can kind of respray it myself just because of the way it attaches and attaches. You can see like the cable here rubs on the frame, so I may be reluctant to go for like a full expensive respray when I know that it's actually going to get chipped anyway, so it might be, I may do it myself, we'll see. Plans to think about maybe putting a derailleur system on it, but I'm thinking overall to do like a Moulton gravel bike, gravel stroke touring bike. So thinking about kind of getting a gravel group set on there, one by, looking at how I can do that, putting a derailleur system on it, replacing the brakes. So yeah, getting some nicer brakes on, maybe some pool brakes, which are just lovely and really nice colours and stuff. So that might work well for that. The front suspension, so there's play there in the bush inside, so I've never taken apart the suspension on a Moulton, so that'll be fun for me. With some nice hand-built wheels with a nice rear hub. I'll have to check what the spacing is, but I know Bitex do an option if it's 120mm spacing. So yeah, I think there's a lot of fun to be had. The type of riding, both myself and Sarah want to do some touring on folding bikes. We were going to get her a Brompton, but we are probably going to invest in this now and get this up together. So we've both got a detachable bike and a folding bike. So the riding will probably be like light cycle paths, light gravel, just Sustrans routes. Yeah, get it. Sarah seems to want to have kind of large tyres like the Maxis on the front. So we'd get maybe something like that, maybe kind of a cross gravel road type tyre. So yeah, it'd be really interesting for you all to let us know what you think. Do you have any ideas on what could be done to the bike, what you'd like to see, what colours you'd like the bike to be? There's an infinite amount of colours it could be, especially if we're going to respray the whole bike. What you think would look good? Am I being wrong, and should I stick with a traditional hub gear? Let us know what you think, or if you have any experience of doing a bike like this yourself.